All right, we're recording again. Good to see those of you who are here. Welcome to the Tuesday Tech Talk for January 19th. Today we're going to be talking about Quizizz. It's one of my favorite formative assessment tools. I like how it works and the advantages it has over some other platforms that I'm sure many of you are using. All these names look familiar, so we'll skip the introduction. And so just a quick, why use Quizizz or formative assessment tools like it? So it's very similar to Kahoot, and then the Nearpod time to climb, that aspect of Nearpod that we discussed a couple months ago. And then some other platforms, it allows you to take otherwise routine classroom content and review and makes it feel more like a game show. So it adds some engagement, some exciting, some glitz and glamour, some fun sound effects and music, and kind of gamifies that whole experience to hopefully make it more engaging for your students. So I'm going to switch to some slides that came straight from Quizizz. They have this little professional development introduction. So instead of recreating the wheel, we'll just use their slides. And again, it's engagement for every student. So what is Quizizz? It's a learning platform, works remotely and in person. So you could give this, you can assign it as homework, so it doesn't have to be synchronous. You can do, it was developed originally to be a student-paced activity. They've actually added in instructor-paced, which is kind of more like Kahoot. I think they're really competing with Kahoot for brains and for eyeballs and for whatever they compete for. I'm sure it's financial. At the end, it always is. But it's great for instruction review, low stake assessments. They have a great library of resources and quizzes that are already built, or it's easy to build your own. It's pretty simple to build your own quizzes. And again, that feedback is so important. The faster the feedback comes for students, the more relevant it is, the more it sticks with their learning. And again, it's in the situation we're in, and hopefully, I hope maybe we've kind of got past that. It looks like we've gotten past that holiday spike of COVID cases. And if you're still teaching in person, hopefully we can stay there. Hopefully everyone's getting their vaccines. Hopefully we can, get past this beast. But if you do need to go to distance, it works really well. Students can join from anywhere on any device, anywhere they have a web browser. There are Quizizz apps if they have a device, a phone, whatever they want to engage with. There are apps, but it's pretty much the same experience through the app as it is online. And it really integrates well with your learning management systems. Once you launch an activity, you can push it straight to Google Classroom, into Canvas, whichever one you're using, and it works really well. So what makes it different? It engages every student. Other tools can do that. The thing that makes it different to me, I think, is on this next slide, is that it's on their device. So when you're using Quizizz, you're constantly, the questions and the options are up on the screen, and then the device is just like an answer pad. You've got the shapes or the colors, and so you're kind of splitting your attention back and forth between the screen and your device. With Quizizz, the questions, the images for the question, the answers, the responses are all on the student device, on their Chromebook or on their phone. And so it really helps keep that attention focused on the content and not, trying to get as fast as a response as you can. They do reward the scoring system. Whoops, I went forward a little bit. I didn't mean to do that. And we're still admitting people. That's good. Here we go. The streaks and scoring system that rewards accuracy over speed. So you do get points for answering fast, but it really does reward your accuracy over how fast you respond. There are retakes. So I did a little practice quiz in preparation for this, and a few of the questions I missed, I kind of came up with this screen. It says, all right, it's time for redemption. And it gives me back, a couple of questions that I missed initially that allowed me to reinforce that learning and to get it correct the second time. And there's some power-ups and other things that can motivate kids to try even harder. It's a very fun, engaging platform. You can use images, audio, video with your slides to make every learning experience active and engaging. There is a new instructor pace mode, so more like Quizizz, more like the screen and all the we're driving the review up on the screen and the students are answering on their device as the teacher leads it. And there's an advantage to that because it does give you a time to do one question at a time as a group. And then if you can see the majority of students are missing that question, you can take a beat and do a quick reteach, maybe review a little bit, and then when you're ready to go on to the next question. So if you want to use that instructor pace mode where everyone is engaging at the same time, that is an option as well. Works synchronously or asynchronously. Like I said, it was originally built to be a student-paced experience. And then there's actually a homework mode where you can just assign these as homework through Canvas, through Google Classroom, whatever you're using. And it works great for distance learning, for hybrid learning, etc. And again, if you guys have any questions, please just pop in. Let me give you the link to my slideshow in the chat in case you want to follow along there. We'll jump back to we're actually going to get a little hands-on and give you guys a chance to play. There is a great dashboard summary when the activity's done, so that you can get those insights. Geez, I'm scrolling and it's moving the slides around. Let's see. Time taken, so you can review how long they're taking to answer the question, which questions are tougher than others, which ones they're more accurate on overall, and other focus areas. All right, so how does it work? They do have a big library of lessons that have already been created by teachers. Just searching by Utah, there's a ton of content, that is focused on Utah content, things like that. They do have lots of, you can use search by subject, by topic, by grade level. And there's a lot of content that's already there, so you don't have to recreate the wheel to begin with. This teleport is a new feature. I didn't really have time to dig into what that is today, so I won't worry about trying to explain it and fumble my way through it. And again, a great engine there to create your own quizzes. You can do multiple choice questions, checkbox, fill in the blank, polls, and open-ended questions. Polls and open-ended question is great for getting that feedback before and after class, not instantly gradable, but the other three are. You can include images, GIFs, audio, video in with your stems as well. Bulk import from a spreadsheet to make a long quiz in a jiffy. That's kind of a nice feature if you have your questions stored that way. And you can also do this as lessons. So you can include text, images, video, audio clips in your lesson, pop in a question at any point. Here's that teleport again. I guess I should have dug into that a little bit deeper, but bring in questions from the library or from your own quizzes into a lesson as you're building it. And then you can bring in PowerPoint presentations, Google Slides, or PDFs into your lesson as well. And again, students can play live from anywhere, wherever they're at. They have the questions read on their device, so you're not dependent on watching the screen, and then have the students making sure they have the right buttons or whatever on wherever they're at. You can assign these as homework with a due date, or you can just make it a review thing. And there's no deadline, so students can just go through that and practice at their own pace independently. Okay, so we're going to try one live. I'm not going to do their demo. And I'll give you an opportunity to set up an account when we're done. And when you're done, this is how your students are going to react to playing and learning with Quizizz. It's a lot of fun. Any questions before we move on to a demo? I'll show you how to find an activity, how to launch it. Feel free to open up your mic or put something in the chat, and I will try to do my best to wait for appropriate wait time we went through that pretty fast. It's a simple platform. And if you've used, if you use Kahoot or anything like that before, it's very similar. Okay. Getting better at these awkward silences, waiting for folks to chime in if they have a question. So hearing none, we will move on. So I'm going to show you my Quizizz. There's two ways for you to join. So the normal traditional way is you would go to joinmyquiz.com and I would give you a code. But what I'll do is I'll go and find my activity and I'll share a link with you in the chat. So hopefully that'll be the easiest way for us all to play along. So let me switch my screen sharing. I'm going to stop sharing. And now I'm going to say I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to make sure I include my sound. And I want, which window do I want? I want that one. Okay, share. Looks like you're seeing the right one. So do you see Quizizz up at the top left? And through my first step creating an account, thumbs up, Kathleen. You see that on screen? Thanks. Okay, so what will you teach today? I can browse by topic. I can go in and look at world languages, different subject areas. There's a bunch of things that are already there, ready to go. Oh, Zoom protocols, that might be a good one to look at. But I'm going to search. We will just find one on Utah. We've got time. How about Utah landforms or geography? I was going to do a shorter one on Utah symbols, but this is the one I played earlier and it was good. So let me launch that. I can save it to my library if I know it's one that I like and I want to use it over and over again. But if I just want to jump in and play that activity, I can see that there have been 234 plays, 7th grade, grade level, geography. There's been 3 people that liked it. If I want to go in and change it myself and put in, adapt it for my own questions, I can do that and I can review the questions down below. But since we're going to play, I won't go through the answer key first, right? So hopefully you wouldn't show this part to your students. So if I wanted to do it as homework, I could just click that and share the link out, or let's set up a live quiz. And again, classic is student paced. There is a new instructor pace, kind of more like Quizizz, but let's just do the classic. I really do like it because it does put so much less emphasis on speed. And I feel like, sometimes kids are just, going for speed so much over trying to review or learn the content that little bit of reflection is kind of lost. Okay, so pick different modes. I'll just do the classic mode. You can set up classes, or if you've tied it in with your Canvas or with Google Classroom, you could just push it straight to a class. Lots of different settings. How many attempts? We'll just do 1 attempt today. Oh, never mind. I don't want you to have to log in. So unlimited. I can make you do fun Quizizz generated names or not. We'll just let you put in your own names. Show answers during the activity, show answers after activity. That's all up to you. And then all of these activities. I'll just leave them all the defaults. One thing I really like about Quizizz, though, is the feedback. They have these fun memes that you can assign that just is a fun little, humorous thing after your question, whether you've answered it right or wrong. You get some quick feedback that way. So we'll do some Earth systems, since we're doing science and geography and stuff like that. We'll do some Earth science meme feedback. So continue. Here we go. So I could just say, go to join my quiz and put in this code, or I'll click share via, and it'll generate a link for me. And if we were in Classroom or Canvas, I could just push it straight out to you guys, but I'm just going to come here, copy that link and drop it into the chat. And so you should be able to join that way. So I'll close that and we'll wait for, I'll give you guys some time to get logged in. We've got plenty of time here to get through this activity. So let me know if you have any questions, if the link's not working for you. You're also welcome to join that way. Okay, I can see I've got one person. Well done. How many do we have overall? I've lost my participant window. We've got 8, so I'll wait a little bit. I want to make sure you guys have a chance to play. 3, what? Well done. 6, 7. One more. Oh, I should join. I'll join from my phone. No, it's not fair.
I can't get on my computer's just spinning. I'm the one that's not on.
Uh-oh. Do you have a phone?
Yeah, I do. I'll try that.
Yeah, so just put in joinmyquiz.com and then the code. I'll put the code in the chat. So you can still jump in. You can jump in when we're en route. And I'll put the quiz in here. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so we'll start, and Lisa, you can jump in when you're able to. So here we go. So watch your screens. My screen will have like a dashboard. Like I'll be able to see who's in what progress, but all the questions and everything, all the answers are on your side. I missed a few today. There we go. Jeremy, on a hot streak. Yeah, too. hearing the background music of through Zoom? Not everyone's done, but I'm going to end it. You got the flavor, I'm sure. Okay. So on your devices, you would see that the game has ended. Here's the top three. Congratulations, Christine, first place. Let's see, class accuracy, 78%. That's pretty good. Toughest question was number 3. Let's see what that one was. What is C? Yeah, the Rocky Mountain region. I kept missing that too. I kept calling it the Colorado Plateau. So well done. Let's see. Next toughest question. Oh, easiest question. Letter D, Colorado River. Most of us got that one right. Okay. What was next here? Let's see. Fastest question. Colorado Plateau, good job. Okay, but you can see we can go through and review those things. Let's see, average time taken per question, 25 seconds. So that's really interesting. In Kahoot, do you think the average time per question is ever 25 seconds? The clock is like 30 seconds. So most kids are trying to answer that within, 2-3 seconds. So hopefully that was good for you. Let me go back to my slides. Let me stop my screen share. And then I'm going to share a portion of my screen. And get back to my slides. There we go. So the way you go to create an account is just go to quizizz.com. And then on the upper right, I believe there's a login or get started button. Just a quick disclaimer. This has confused me, and I honestly wish I could have spent more time prepping for the parts of Quizizz rather than trying to find the answer to this question. Every time I log in, I've been using Quizizz probably for 6 years. I found it at the ISTE conference we went to a while back, and they were kind of new on the scene, and I had an account back then. And so it's possible that I first signed up under a different license. So every time I go there, it says, oh, you've used your maximum number of free activities. And so it tries to get me to subscribe for the low price of $19 a month billed annually, which is expensive for a tool, especially for teachers. So for that activity, I logged in as a different email account that I have. But then it said, hey, invite 3 other teachers for free. And I sent myself an invitation that says, here's a free account. And it says it's free for teachers. But when I try to use that link, it says, oh, you've maxed out your account. So I think it's free for teachers. I haven't been able to confirm that. If you do hit a limit, I signed up to this today, just sent an email to support@quizizz.com, and I'll even put that in the chat. Sandra, not from Utah. Sorry about that. Whoops. And I sent this just to Sandra. There we go. So that's the email address, just to make sure if you want to say, hey, I'm a teacher at the school district. Here's my email address. Can I get a teacher account? Because if you do dig through their website, it says, what if I work at a school or school district? It says, send us an email, support@Quizizz, and we'll set you up with a teacher account. So all that being said, I'm assuming it's free for teachers.
Clint?
Yes.
I used this quite a bit last year, and I just logged in with Google under my district's email.
Right.
And I played it actually quite a bit, and it never asked me for money or
Okay.
to upgrade or anything. So I think
I
you're
think
okay.
maybe it's just that I came in before COVID or a long time ago.
Maybe.
I don't know. It's prompting me to pay for it. So I can't tell you for sure that it's free, but it sounds like it's free for teachers. So we'll see if I get an email back on this, if they'll grandfather my account in or whatever. So just a disclaimer, You should be fine. I think it's free for teachers. If they come back and ask you for money, I tried to warn you. But thank you for that. I appreciate that feedback, Whitney. That's cool. Any other questions, comments? We got about 3 minutes left on Quizizz or any other formative assessment tools or anything ed tech related, anything bothering you, anything to celebrate out there. Has everyone got their first dose yet? Not yet, Kathleen. Hasn't made its way out to the East Desert.
On Friday.
On Friday, good. That's good. Okay, just a quick link here. Let me put that link in the chat. And I've got a bunch of links I'm going to drop in there. We've got the roll, we've got the playlist. I borrowed a lot from this post from our buddy Matt Miller, Game Show Classroom. He talks about Kahoot, Quizizz, and a bunch of other tools and how to kind of use that, the game show approach with your lessons. And another reminder, we do have all those Matt Miller videos. He put together about 20 videos for us. We built a web page on our site that has it, and then some other videos that on social emotional learning that were contracted or organized by our sister there in northern Utah from the Northeastern Service Center, from Mike, what's his name? Can't remember his last name, but he's got some videos in there as well. The roll is there, the TTT roll form. There's the Google form there. The YouTube playlist where this recording will go once we're done, and everything else. So I think that's it. Next week, we're going to talk about Google Jamboard. It is a interactive whiteboard that's free for you guys to use. Works really well with your Chromebooks and things like that. So we'll jam out with Jamboard next week. There's the roll. And anything else? Any questions? 3:59. Man, I'm getting good at this. All right, I'll stop my screen share and let me know if you have anything. I'll stick around if you want to ask any questions. Otherwise, thanks for coming. We appreciate you. I'm going to stop the recording.